Shine idan kana son 2 bedroom sai kai sai a maka tiki in 3 bedroom kake so sai a maka tiki 3 bedroom kake so bullet.
But please, we are not hearing your voice. Can you speak louder?
Mute, please. Yes. Can you hear me now, sir?
We're together. You can continue.
All right. So that we have a page that summarizes each of the major points of attention in the document. So I'll just flip through. And that what we need the states to help us do is, on one hand, we will need the state to help us endorse a local hub for the United Nations World Summit Awards, which is currently United Nations World Summit Award Nigeria, and we are dropping nodes across each of the states. And we believe the leadership of the state should help us engage this for the processes and the program of the UN initiative to be administered in the states. Now, the second one is the second one is actually the incubation itself, where we expect a nomination from about 2,500 per annum, or as may be applicable, depending on the quantum or size of participants that the state can actually give us per annum, so that they can join the national incubation program, so that that incubation can run between now and 2030 to be an ongoing thing, because we are looking at how it can impact about 1 million people where we can in this new decade. And Kano State government, also the benefits of whom they can actually, what they can actually also do for us is better also shared in here on this screen. Now, the principles that actually power what we are doing is that we have what we call the Fix a Gap and Reskilling research. This research is that we study what we are teaching people to look at the exact problems and gaps of the immediate environment. And as they innovate into this area and learn how to offer services, they are becoming much more prosperous, and their prosperity will be sustained by the services and productivity and products that they're able to create to offer these solutions to the problems, which now turn opportunities for all of them. And that is what the Fix the Gap research has done in the past, of course, and now. The World Summit Awards will be on ground there in Kano. The ICT for Swiss project is a digital transformation project in itself. There is no aspect of the SDG planning that this area of the knowledge base does not help the leadership of the state in helping in what you do there in your administration to digitally transform the state. And one other very important thing is the digital digital policy. Now, digital policy, where we say is grassroots, is that an average human being, an average citizen of the state needs to be empowered by good knowledge as to why certain policies are made by government or by personalities or private organizations about their data, because before you can actually make them to believe what you are talking about posting their data, or you are telling them or sharing some ideas to say that they own their data and they have privileges on this data, they may not totally understand, except they actually get to understand the nitty-gritties of what actually are the incumbent things within the digital society that impacts on their policies, that affects them as people. And the same thing will also go into how these policies affect the data management of the state, and encouraging people to build on and leverage on data, to building it and using it analytics to help governance. So in a way, the experts will have actually done so much in this area that we now want to see that we want to use the people in that place to walk around their local environment, and we'll be able to use these past strengths to power the next generation of people. So this research has actually helped us so that we're actually harvesting people from the past generations of the last 10 years to see how we can use them to build our next generation of people. And prior to this time, the very first research we started with was that we took graduates from diverse disciplines, mathematics, we don't care whatever it is you read, but you must be a graduate and you were jobless. And we have an assignment because as a software company, I've used my software product to create a lot of clients across. Even there in Kano, I had customers who actually were using my software, and we have powered their management and their labor force by people that we have trained. Some of these people were supplied to capital market operators across the country where we saw manpower problems. So we do not just teach, we teach them and supply them to where they can go, speak and earn their jobs. So that is the idea about what we kind of do. We don't just train them for fun of it. We try to identify with your potential, give you what you require, and supply you to where you need, either as a job seeker or as a job creator and the like. So these have been, we are working on models of existing platform of what we've done before. And of course, we said harvesting local experts to incubate the next generation. If you look at the program of all our past winners in the last 10 years, from 2021 to 2020, in fact, from 2021, 2020, 2012, from 2011, 2012, 2013, you'll find some very prominent Nigerian software innovations that were ruled. These are internationally acclaimed winners from Nigeria. You know, so like in 2012, we had a product called iPolice Budget. This budget that is used to show transparency in government today was discovered on this platform 2012. And at that time, it even won under the youth, under the junior category, not even the senior category. And they've gone so far and they are doing so well in the environment for us now. We have the Transparent Nigeria appointment. Then, of course, this tablet of knowledge was by a sitting governor at that time of Osun State, the current Minister of Interior, His Excellency, the Minister for Interior, Engineer Ralph Arabashola, which, of course, was in Sri Lanka to pick his award and so on, and many more. It was only in 2015 that Nigeria did not get a win, you know, but 2016 up till 2021 last year, Nigeria still won. And I'm sure between now and a few days' time, the result for last year will be released. And who knows, Nigeria may be a winner. But then to win is not easy, because for a country to win, it means that your product must have belonged to the best 40 in the world. And out of over 500 that comes from over 180 countries. So it's usually not a very easy contest. But then what we are saying is that we have actually built all these producers, and these people now are now our Innovationbed fellows who are part of our major faculty in building this new dream of our next generation youth, because we are actually going to get them on board in our faculty most of the time. Then the problem to solve. Now, every digital state, every developing state desire innovation capacity development incubation, you know, to spin off innovations that make state benefit from digital transformation. When we don't have many of them, then the chance for us to become a digital society gets slimmer and slimmer and all of that. So we're looking at these problems, and these solutions should be able to offer these solutions in this area. Then citizens' social living standard desire and upliftment. Innovation around poor health, you know, transport, e-commerce, governance, etc. will bring succor to citizens' living standard, and so on and so forth. This current will list all the problems that people have, and of course, attend to the mindset of students who currently attend classes, photocopy notes, do several things just for sake of passing an exam. And we're trying to make them know that beyond all that, on this incubation, we can subject them to thousands of innovations that their colleagues, their age limits from different countries. We have a database of innovations that have been done by different people from different parts of the world at different times. And we hope to share with them all these things that can help them. It does not matter what your course of study is. Because these young people sometimes regret that they are in sociology, they are in English, they are reading this, they are reading that. They feel their course is useless. But to be frank with you, we do warn that no content of this course of studies is useless in a national, in building a nation. All these contents are relevant and useful. But then, do you have the right technologies to automate and make those things much more relevant in the world of today? And this brings us to this topic that we say, why reskill youth in a new emerging technology? To look at artificial intelligence, something that is so strange, something that looks so common. I mean, commonly said by everybody, but then people keep it on conferences to talk every day. But who is putting artificial intelligence to our future day-to-day workings? So artificial intelligence, for example, is rife with contradictions. It is a powerful tool that is also surprisingly limited in terms of its current capabilities. And while it has the potential to improve human existence, at the same time, it threatens to deepen social divides and put millions of people at work, while inner workings are highly technical. The non-technical among us can and should understand the basic principles of how it works and the concerns that it raises. So as a result of this, certain people have to face these things and use the benefits of all these things to help the rest of humanity. Otherwise, we'll be afraid that something will not work, this will not work, and things like that. So that's why we feel it does not matter how difficult it could be, some of these youths are ready to innovate in them and use it to better state of economic situations and all that. So including an average of about 2,005 youths annually is ideal per state, by year 2030 across the country on the Innovationbed Incubation. So this is just one of the bases. And who are the people that we're even talking about? Young undergraduates who are currently in the universities. It's multidisciplinary. We don't care what you are reading. Every content, as we say, bring it on board, give them what they need to innovate around whatever it is they know, and they'll
please, you muting voice nation. So we are not hearing what he's saying. To I say kadaga hannu dole sanan zai. So you can start video and
Wow, I saw the mute stuff when I just started. So sorry about this. Right. Okay.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks for the attention, sir. Right.
Yes.
Right. I was here that in the last decade, we built this capacity of innovators across. These are world class. Every year they've won awards, and we can actually identify with them. I can mention them. This is Ict Kano, for instance. The guy up here, samples, for instance, he was celebrated in Portugal, Cash, like 2 years ago. He's the winner of Carrot.ng. Lukman Balogun, this is Uchechi Kano. He won the same year that the current Minister of Interior won in Sri Lanka. He was still in school. That is Uchechi Kano, the son of the current Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Konjo Iweala. He was still a student, medical student in school, when he was still as a student, when he won as this. We have several other ones. This gentleman here is the producer or co-producer for the product we saw the other time called Budgets. Yes, that's the budget producer. You know, and several other ones like that. That's even the minister with Dr. Peter Brock, the chairman of World Summit, there in Sri Lanka when he was receiving his award. You know, that is Tom Roberts. He won in the area of smart settlements and urbanization, and he was highly and hugely celebrated in Vienna. So several of these records do exist.
Mr. Amos.
Yes, sir.
Please, because of the other meetings we have, can you speak?
All right, sorry. So this network is just to consume and bring them in. And like we've said, that Africa, even with this performance from Nigeria, we are doing so shallow, very poorly. 6% from the entire continent Africa, about 45 from Europe, and look at the other continents doing a lot relatively better. And here are some of the scholarships we got for about 10 youths in the last 2 years to train some people from across the states. And we're happy that Kano State was a beneficiary of the program where we have our Sami Bello here. And of course, several other states were involved, Gombe, Benue State, Katsina, and more, Akwa Ibom, Bauchi. We have Edo State, and of course the FCT, and of course Taraba. So these were like programs that we have to put together, get them as retrainers, because as these programs come in, all these will turn to retrainers on this program, and they will join the network. And this is the various categorizations of our program. We built it in to conform with democracy and governance, innovation, incubation, to conform with culture and creative industry, innovation, to conform with social, economic, and economic transformation, incubation. And it's very easy. And look at the content. The content are damn unique. We are not going to load one single person with all of this, but from the earlier determination of who you are, what you are doing, and what you need, you get things that will be able to take you to where you are, to making yourself a professional in whatever field that you belong. And this is being planned for different states based on what onboarding that we have of the nominations from the states. So we have all of this, as you can see, the reskilling research stage 1, the reskilling research stage 2, and the reskilling research stage 3 of our consumption. And our program is to start from March. Right now, we'll just solicit that you help us nominate 2 young ladies, 2 young boys who are into innovation. And we want to use them to join our national category of youth, which currently we are training them. We started since last month, and into this month, they are ongoing some training right now, because I'll be working directly with them. I can't be in all the states. I'll be working directly with these people on their states to show them what we need to do so that this program will be successful by the time the main project gets started, and it will run for 6 months. These are the youths we have on ground who will champion this project alongside the processes that the United Nations World Summit Award program has. And that is the program, the early program I'm giving to them. So even before anything, we will need you, sir, to help us nominate 2 young ladies, 2 young boys, and we'll be able to put them in our innovation, and they will be part of our strategic state meetings as we go on. Now, from the local governments in the state there, we can nominate as many as we can, but we're looking at a minimum of 2005. Some people might be looking at 5,000, depending on how many periods, and how long, and all of that. Then we have this other one here that goes to show who is the innovator per state and all of that. And of course, the state government will be happy to know that some of their people are innovating in diverse areas that can help the citizens. And here on the program, we have our pedigree, and furthermore, we can begin to see other areas that that can be meaningful for what we are doing. So I think this is just the roundup of what we will need to look at, and the document will be put together. And I think I can share the document with you, Auntie Awa. Yes, I will put the document together. The document will be available in the morning, so I can share the document to you, and I think I just go to them. That might even help us of printing, binding, all manner of whatever. But if it is to still be done, I wouldn't mind to even do this and courier a fresh copy to you to hand over. What do you think?
Okay, I'm putting them here.
You can do them there, isn't it? Because of signature, like I just said, they say I must sign. That's why I have to sign here, and I just courier it to them from here. But signature is digital. Sometimes some people don't know that digital signatures are also good.
You can sign.
Digitally, yes. I can sign digitally, yes. Yes. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, Auntie. What do you think? How do you see this program? Let's get to hear you.
Come again.
How do you see this program? How do you see it?
It has been a good program all the
way. I trust. Thank you so very much.
I know a lot of youth are going to achieve so many things from this.
Yes, yes.
So I hope they will look at it with a very good.
They will. I hope so. So thank you so very much. Later on. Thanks,
Thank you, Stas.
Thank you.
Good day.